This is the Omega MM900HDS 200 watt masticating juicer. Now I know I just did a review on the Breville 800 JEXL, but I've been doing a lot of juicing lately and been doing a lot of research on the types of juice extracting. The Breville is a type of centrifugal juice extractor, where the Omega MM900HDS is a masticating juice extractor. And there is a difference between these. There's a difference from the yield and the amount of juice you get, the speed that it takes to, make these juices, and also there's a definite taste difference between these juices. But the main reason I switched and got a new juicer is because I wanted a masticating juicer to get more juice and more enzymes, vitamins, and trace minerals in my juice. When you think about it, our body really is just one big juicer. We eat the fruits and the vegetables, we chew it up with our teeth, extracting some of the juice. It runs through our body, through our stomach and intestines. It absorbs the good vitamins and nutrients within that juice. And then the rest comes out the back, like the pulp comes out of this. And that's why I like the Omega. It's a good demonstration of, it almost sounds like it's chewing the food in a sense as it runs through the auger. So I've got all the pieces apart. I'm just going to show you how you would assemble this. You take the auger, you just stick it in there, and you take this filter, and the bottom part goes on the bottom. Then you take a little cap here, it says open and close right there. You just twist that on there. Now this is for the celery, and this is for basically everything else you're going to use, and that just basically goes on there like that, and then you can tighten it or loosen it depending if stuff's not coming out. You'll want to loosen it up, and then this just slides right into here. Sometimes it might twist it a little bit, and then this just switches over to close, and that's basically that. And then disassembly, flip this over to open. This slides out, and this is what you're going to clean along with your juice collector and your pulp collector. And then again it says open and close, so you just twist to open this, rinse that piece out, rinse that piece out, use the brush to get the screen part and the auger, rinse that off, and rinse this off, and that's basically that. So the Omega MM900HDS does have a lot of plastic parts. It does feel like it has a decent build quality, but there's a lot of plastic going on. On the back of the juicer is where you'll find the on switch. There's also a reverse switch. So if you were ever to get a clog or something is stuck, you can go ahead and reverse that out. Now I wanted to compare this with my Breville just so you can get a example of how both of these work, how quick they are. Now I could have just juiced like 5 carrots at a time running through the Breville, or a whole apple, but just for the sake of the video and to be fair and try to get as much juice as I can out of these fruits and vegetables,
I did slice them up so they are similar size, but I'm just going to show the comparisons between these two right now. So the Breville has a low and a high speed, and I tried to use the low speed right here. And whenever you use the low speed, it always just sounds kind of weird. It will rev up and rev down. That's why I usually flip it to high speed. You don't have those issues, but there's a good example of what you might experience on a low speed with the Breville. Now we'll watch the Omega. It's just a single speed. There's not multiple speeds, but it is quite a bit quieter. Let's take a look at the juice. The Omega produced more juice than the Breville. It's also much darker and looks richer in color. And there's not as much foam from the Omega compared to the Breville. And when we look at the pulp from the Omega, it is completely dry and it's just the juice is gone from it. When we compare that with the Breville, we still have chunks. So we are wasting some of that juice that we could be using. Let's take a look at the carrot juice. So this is where the Breville really does shine, because it could probably handle 5 carrots all at once. You'd be done in no time. Where the Omega is going to take some time to actually run that through. And these are pretty close. I would say that the Breville is a little bit more, but it also does have more foam. So again, here you can just see that the Breville just will take large amounts of vegetables or fruits. It will grind them up, no problem at all. But pay attention to the airflow that's going in there, and that's what creates a lot of the foam that you'll see when I'm pouring it out. And you'll see when I go over to the Omega, I have these pieces chopped small, but they're actually not chopped small enough. I had to chop them down a little bit more, and it just does take some more time to juice on the Omega. But I do truly believe that you are getting a better quality juice, and that's why I'm going to stick with the Omega. The Breville pitcher has a little foam collector type deal that basically just stops the foam, but just take note of all that foam that's in there. There's quite a bit of it. I also did a quick test of the kale, just for the sake of time. I won't run it all the way through, but I'll show you the results. If we look at the pulp from the Breville, we can see it's a darker color compared to the Omega. I'm putting the Omega right here on your right hand side, but you can see it's a lighter green, so that means that the Omega is extracting more juice out of that pulp, or out of the kale. So just take note of that. Let's go ahead and look at the juice. So the Omega did produce more juice, not a lot more, but we can tell by looking at the pulp that it's definitely getting out more of that juice than the Breville did. So overall, I think the Omega MM900HDS is a good juicer. I like it because it's a masticating juicer compared to the Breville, which is centrifugal. Yeah, the Breville juices much faster with ease. It's easy to clean. The Omega, it too is also easy to clean. The Omega just takes longer to juice. So if you don't have a lot of time throughout your day and you're wanting to juice every day, you might want to get the Breville. But if you do have time to commit for a better tasting juice and a better quality juice, in my opinion, then I would go for the Omega. And there's other juicers out there. They have ones with the dual augers, and they can get kind of expensive. This one was the same price as the Breville. It's around $300. And for right now, I think this one's going to work for me just fine. So that's that. Thanks for watching.